Hello everyone. In this video, I'll be discussing one question about composite functions. We have a mapping diagram with one domain and two codomain. The domain is here and then this is a codomain. This is a codomain. We have two functions here. One is function k, another one is function h. So with this information, we need to find the value of p and q. We have to find k square x and we have to find k inverse power of 4x. Okay, so let me do part A of this question. First, in order to answer the part A of this question, first you have to write down the function equation correctly. So the first function is function k. So k of x is equivalent to px plus q. Px plus q. And then for the second function hx, majority students make this mistake. They write hx is equivalent to x plus 6 over 4. This is clearly wrong. This is clearly wrong. This is because for this function k, the input is x and the output is px plus q. So it is correct. The input is x and then the output is px plus q. But for the second function hx, the input is px plus q and then the output is x plus 6 over 4. So this is clearly a wrong way of writing the function. So the right way of writing the function will be h px plus q is equivalent to x plus 6 over 4. So this is the correct way of writing the function. Or also students can remember one more tips that I can give you. Whenever you have a mapping diagram with one domain and two codomain, the final box or the last box is always the product of the composite function. That means in this case, first we are doing function k followed by function h. So the composite function will write as hkx. So I also can write hkx equals to x plus 6 over 4. And this is also correct. Only please avoid making this particular careless mistake during examination in which you write the hx equivalent to this one. This is clearly wrong. Okay. So let me use this to solve my question here. So since h of px plus q is equals to x plus 6 over 4, that means technically h inverse of x plus 6 over 4 will be equivalent to px plus q. Please take note. Because now when I make it inverse, the image becomes the object and the object becomes the image. Okay, now we're gonna use the information from the question. H inverse of x is equivalent to 8x minus 15. So we have two equations for H inverse, the first one and then the second one. So we can do direct comparison. But before we do direct comparison, we need to make sure that the item inside here, and inside here are the same. But unfortunately here it is not the same because we have plus 6 and divide by 4. So I need to substitute this into the main equation. So I'm going to take H inverse and I'm going to put x plus 6 over 4. So the same changes will be done here. In the position of x, I'm going to put x plus 6 over 4 and then put minus 15. Follow this particular top equation. So h inverse of x plus 6 over 4 will be equivalent to, cancel this one as 1, and this one you can put as 2. 2 you multiply inside becomes 2x, and then again the 2 multiplied by 6 become positive 12, and then you have minus 15. So with that, your h inverse of x plus 6 over 4 will become 2x minus 3. And then as you continue, you can compare with the information given. That means our information. Our information is h inverse x plus 6 over 4 is equals to px plus q is equivalent to 2x minus 3. So when you do direct comparison here, the coefficient of x and x, you get conclusion p is equivalent to 2 and q equivalent to negative 3. And that will be your final answer for part A. So I hope you guys are clear in this area. So if you guys are okay, we can continue to part B1 and B2. So for part B1, we are required to find k square x. So let's do that. So this is B Roman 1. The kx is equivalent to px plus q according to the question here. I'm using this particular equation, and I have already find out my value of p and q, which is 2x minus 3. So substitute the value of p and substitute the value of q properly, you'll get this particular function. So in order to find the k square x, I need to substitute the function kx into its own function. So the answer for k square x will be 2 bracket 2x minus 3 minus 3. So that will make it k square x equivalent to 4x minus 6 minus 3, and finally my k square x will be 4x minus 9, and that will be the final answer for B, Roman 1. So I assume we can continue to B, Roman 2. We make a line here. Okay. For B, Roman 2, it is not very difficult. First, we need to find the K inverse of X. So since Kx is 2x minus 3, in order to find the inverse of it, you need to make it equivalent to Y. Make the function equivalent to Y and make X subject. So you'll end up getting Y plus 3 over 2. So your K inverse of X would be X plus 3 divided by 2. So what we need to do, first we need to find, we have to understand that K negative 1 power of 4 X is actually equivalent to K negative 2 and K negative 2x, because the product of negative 2 and negative 2 will become negative 4. So that is the product of negative 1 multiplied by 4. So we have to find the composite of the inverse K negative 1, and then you have to put back into the function. So let me find the K negative 2x. That means what I need to do, I need to put the K inverse x that I just found out back into its own function. So I will end up getting x plus 3 over 2 plus 3 over 2. So that will give me x plus 2, sorry, x plus 3 over 2 plus 3 over 1 over 2, in which I multiply by 2 here in order to make the denominator the same. So I'll end up getting k negative 2x is equivalent to x plus 3 plus 6. 6 is because 3 times 2, and then over 2 and over 2. So that will give me x plus 9 over 4. Why did I get 4? Is because the 2 will go here and 2 times 2 will become 4, and 3 plus 6 here will become 9. Okay, so this is my k negative 2x. So in order to find this particular value, which I said is a composite of k negative 2 into k negative 2, so I'm going to take this function and put into its own position of x. So I'll end up getting, let me continue here. So I'll end up getting k negative 1 power of 4 x will be equivalent to x plus 9 over 4. So it's going to be x plus 9 over 4 plus 9 over 4. So you'll end up getting k negative 1 power of 4 x is equivalent to x plus 9 over 4 plus 9 over 1 over 4. So finally it will be k negative 1 power of 4 x will be equivalent to, please take note here also I need to multiply by 4 to make the denominator the same in order to make it single term. So x plus 9 plus 36 will become 45 over 4 and over 4. So as I mentioned earlier, this over 4 and over 4 will become 16 as a denominator. So it will end up becoming x plus 45 over 16 as my final answer. So I hope you guys are clear on the entire question. If there is any question, please post a comment. I will give my reply. Thank you.